Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And this morning, I am so excited to have on a 35-year-old from Swindon, England. His hockey journey has taken him to England, Wales, Kazakhstan, and Germany, a staple of the Swindon Lynx and Leopards. In 04-05 was a BNL champion with the Bracknell Bees and was named Young British Player of the Year. Played for GB since before pubic hair, once winning gold in under 18s and under 20s in the same year. Tally as of now is 1 bronze, 4 silvers, and 5 golds. Last year in Pool A with the big boys, was named top 3 player on the team. A legend of the EIHL with 900 plus games played, 14 seasons and counting with the Cardiff Devils, 5 Challenge Cups, 1 KO Cup, 2 playoffs, and 2 league titles. And he is finally the captain and will be the last person to ever wear number 17 on the Cardiff Devils. Welcome to the podcast, Mark Richardson.
Hey, Wally. Thanks for having me, mate.
Hey, thanks for making the time. So you guys played last night?
Yeah, we were in Dundee last night. Supposed to be on a 3-3, but Glasgow, the ice isn't ready there. So day off today and then in 5 tomorrow.
No parents got Dundeed last night, got Dundee drunk like my parents did when they were on the fan bus up there.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few sore heads. There's a lot of fans up here. So
oh yeah, the fans really like to go to Dundee, don't they?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we haven't had one of these. I think probably the last time we had a 3-3 was when you were here.
Shake it off night.
Yeah, they were ready. They were ready for this.
Yeah,
one.
they'd be itching. They'd be itching at Dundee. The fans always go a little mental there, don't they? Okay, moving on is how we know each other. So did you guys win?
Yeah, we won. Yeah.
What was the score?
6-4. We were 6-1 up, and then last 10 minutes was a little dodgy. But
who was in net?
Cozen. Matt Carruth is out with an illness right now, so we had Cozen was in net, played a great game, made some huge stops.
You guys let him out to dry the last 10 minutes then, eh?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, just
it's not about his stats anyways, right, Mark? Yeah. He won the game.
No. But we had Thomas Murdy back on the bench, equipment guy / backup goalie.
So was he sharpening skates and then threw the pads on too?
Oh yeah. He does it all, mate.
He can. I met him. He seems like just a great guy that'd do anything to help the Cardiff Devils win.
He does. Oh, definitely.
Okay. So how we know each other, I guess, would be we won the Challenge Cup together. 2014-15. Talked about that quite a bit. But you also invited me to your testimonial, and I didn't have enough vacation days yet in the real world, and I couldn't come, right?
I know, mate. You would have enjoyed that.
I know. You know, when you start in the real world, you actually only get 10 business days off for the entire year, like 2 weeks. That's what you get.
So yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a little different than when you got the whole summer off and like when the season ended like, yeah, it's different. So anyways, I couldn't come, but thank you for the invite. And it's one of those things that like, you got to make time for. You got to be there because those are the memories that like you take with you from the game, is getting to do shit like that. So thank you for the invite. I shouldn't have missed it. My bad. Okay. Moving on. Wally night, pregame speeches. Mark, I guess I picked on you quite a bit in my pregame speeches, didn't I?
No, that's okay, mate. That's okay. I can take it. What do they say? If someone's picking on you, it means they like you?
Exactly. Yes, that is exactly how it works. Because I do like you, and it was just, you were always quiet, so I thought you needed a little pump up, and that's why I would break axes at your feet and then put the hammer in your face. Remember that day?
Yeah.
You were always pumped up though, right?
Oh yeah, got me going.
Okay. Next part of how we know each other is when I re-signed with the Cardiff Devils. Andrew Lord made me diet, tried to make me skinny. It's not me. It's not what I'm about. But he sent me your diet and what you were eating, and he told me to be more like you. And I tried to be like you, but I couldn't. So tell me about your diet. What do you eat?
I mean, that was a few years ago. It's probably changed a bit from then. You know, I don't know if you appreciate this, but I mixed in the vegan for a while and
Really, eh?
tried all these different things. Yeah, but no, it's
So
just
do you just try it to see how you feel?
yeah, I did it for a while. It was pretty good. Felt good, but I I must admit I missed eating meat and stuff. So that's back on the menu, but maybe a little less than before.
Is that right?
But no, just I think now, especially getting older, just try and make sure eating enough
What's your
good
pregame
food
meal?
and
What's your go-to pregame meal?
nowadays I try and skip out the meat on game days, so it'd just be anything for just a nice pasta, tomato based sauce, this kind of stuff. I'm
So
not too
what's the
picky,
meat doing
Wally.
to you? What do you got against the meat on game day? Don't you
Yeah,
need the
just make sure.
protein to get you going?
No, well, your body's mostly fueled by carbs,
Is that right?
So
Mine
yeah,
is.
plenty
Yeah.
of carbs. Plenty of carbs, but I think especially as I'm getting older, I just try not to be too picky and just make sure you're eating a good amount, and
You
you'll
gotta
be
live
fine.
too, Mark. Don't forget to live.
Exactly. Yeah. I know.
Okay. I remember when he sent it to me, it was like, well, I don't use this oil because it can't take certain temperatures, right? What oil do you cook with? You know I like to cook.
Well, I mean, to be honest, Wally, I say I cook, but Sarah's
Mm,
doing most of the cooking, so she's using
whatever.
different oils, sunflower, whatever she's using. I'm eating, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. No, some of my staples are sesame, olive,
Oh, very nice. Oh, very nice. Very
peanut.
nice.
Gosh darn it, it's early, Mark. I think Todd Kelman's going to have a bit of a conundrum in Cardiff there because all the players he's had play there, there's not going to be many jerseys left when they're done with our era, because you got 33, doubt anybody's wearing that one again. 17, 88, 8, is that possibility? I don't know.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
keep they
maybe, yeah,
keep pushing
yeah,
him to the side, but he keeps winning.
yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, he's gonna. Wow, I mean,
A lot of
definitely
jerseys already up there. I remember
some
I
of these
wanted
guys.
number 10 and it was taken because
Yeah,
Stoner.
there's a few up there already. So, like you say, with 88, 33, these guys. I mean,
Well, yours isn't getting
obviously
worn
we
again.
don't know what the future will hold. If these guys might make a return one day too, would be nice. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. But no, there could be definitely a few more up there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's there's special people that were on that team in 2014-15. You know that?
Oh, there definitely was.
That was a
There
fun
definitely
year,
was.
eh?
It was. It was. You know what? It was. And it was. I think looking back now, it was for us as players that were there the year before, but also for the fan base, everything. It was just what was needed. Like, I don't think we'd be in the situation now, like with the club we have. Not just the owners coming in, the new owners and stuff, but just that season was just a whirlwind. It was just fun on the ice. It was fun off the ice. It was, the fans loved it. The players loved it. And it was kind of just like thrown together, like, Lordo becomes coach. And then within 6 weeks, he's put this team together and just,
And we
there
really
we
were
were.
kind
And
of all outcasts, right? Because we were all free agents in July. So
yeah. I don't know where he
nobody
got,
wanted us.
I don't know where he got you guys from, but
I know
but it
nobody
worked
wanted
out.
me anymore in Germany. I
Yeah,
had
it
worn
was it
out my
was just
welcome, folks. I am not for everyone.
but no, and it just, what, like you couldn't have wrote it, it was just everyone
Yeah.
just clicked like so early
Everybody
on.
was
And
like brothers, and
yeah,
it was
yeah,
crazy, right? Like you get guys like
and
Carl and Hendo and Dougie,
yeah,
and like they just bring teams together.
yeah,
And I tell you, I've never had so much fun as that season.
yeah.
I know I talk about it too much, but I had a lot of fun, right?
No, of course. And I think it's just, like when you look back at teams you play, like I've played with so many great players, great people, but like that team now, like obviously last season, haven't seen Carl Hudson in a few years and play against him in Germany and speak to him after a game, and it's like, it's like we could have been back there. It was just,
Oh yeah. And
it
that's
was
what
just
this
every.
shed's doing to me. It's like everybody I don't see anymore, the people I haven't seen in a decade. You come on and you get into the shed and you get in the pocket, everybody's the exact same as they were.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. It's like being back in the room again.
So actually, I kind of had it written down in the notes, but not really, because it was just one season of your long career. But obviously, you went to Germany during COVID. So what do you think of it? You're in Bad Nauheim, shitty rink they have there, don't they?
Oh yeah, tough rink, but no, lovely spot. Great spot. Like it was
Have
a
you
little
been to
tough
Germany much
because
before that?
no,
Yeah, it's a nice place, eh?
only passing through, and yeah, no, it was a tough situation. Obviously, no elite league season.
So you're an import over there?
Yeah, and I was very lucky to get a job. There was a lot of guys
No
looking for
shit.
jobs, and this happened very quickly. And
Who got that for you?
Used an agent through Lordo put me in touch with a guy that he's used before, and yeah, it happened pretty quick.
That would be a tough year to get jobs as imports for everybody.
Yeah, no, definitely, and obviously the support of Sarah and Grace, like to go over there, because I was on my own, and at first when I left, COVID wasn't, it was kind of on the way down, and we thought, oh, this won't be so bad, like Germany was pretty good throughout the first wave, and I was like, yeah, I think it's a 45-minute flight to Frankfurt, and I was 20 minutes from Frankfurt. I thought this would be perfect. Started off well, season was going well, team were doing well, I was doing well. We got to around Christmas time, just after Christmas, and COVID hit the team. And I was one of them too, and I was ill for a week or so, and then we came back and we were not very good.
Oh.
we were struggling. And so kind of the last few months there, obviously I was missing the family and stuff like that, made it harder. I've been stuck in the apartment for maybe 3 weeks.
And once life's like that, man, it's hard to play hockey when you're not living and you're not having fun. That's when hockey's harder, right?
Yeah, things were getting really tough, and then I think they kept me off the ice for almost 5 weeks. Like you know what it's like in Germany: health checks, heart checks, blood tests, just to get you back playing. And then I must have been back a week, and then I took a puck in the face. Started off with a Finnish guy, Hannu Jalpenka. I wouldn't be able to say it. Finnish.
That sounds
really great guy, and he'd coached a lot in the Austrian league before, and
and that's who would have recruited you. That's who took the chance on you then.
Yeah. Between him and obviously, in Germany they have like a team manager, him and Matthias Baldis, who's now working with Cologne in the DL.
Because one thing I was going to say, I was thinking about it, is like for these British guys I talk to, like that go to Sweden to play or go to North America to play, like somebody kind of sticks their neck out for you guys to get you guys going. Like now that you guys are getting more respect around the hockey world, but like beforehand, like for people to take a British kid instead of say a Canadian, they're sticking their neck out, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know. I mean, the coach mentioned to me he had like a few guys, lined up, Finnish guys, Canadians, Americans he was looking at the same time. I was very lucky. I think, Lordo obviously
Lordo would have got you in there, eh?
A glowing reference to the agent to push me kind of thing. And no, it turned out that
well, if you need any more glowing references, you just tell them to give me a call, okay? Because seriously, you were probably the best teammate I've had. Like, I don't know how you haven't been seriously hurt, because you go down on one knee to block slap shots, and like, I don't get it. I don't get how you haven't been more hurt. Because I don't even like taking them in the shin pads.
Touch wood. I know. As I was just saying, I ended up with one in the face in Germany.
Oh, so it did happen.
But then again, I was very lucky. It fractured my cheekbone here, but not completely, so I could play with a full
Okay.
shield.
With a fractured
But
face.
yeah, but yeah, that was kind of, and then a few games later, I broke my toe as well. So that was kind of the icing on the cake. But they were all injuries I could kind of
You see what
play out the
happens when you
season
start
with.
blocking shots, Mark?
Yeah, oh no, I know.
You gotta let some of them
But
by. Just be in the lane.
it looked like you're in the lane.
Yeah, you just gotta make it look good. Okay, well, so you're healthy now, though.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. I think looking back again, just going back to Germany, I mean, it was one of those situations where some of these guys were very lucky that they put on this elite series, towards the end of the year to get some games in, because I mean, a full year without playing,
It's
as
a
you get
lot.
older is going to be tough. Some guys have managed to do it and come back, but not everyone can do it. So
Yeah.
it was lucky to play and to stay in the game. And no, I'm feeling good now though.
But I remember when that draft was happening because I had old big Browner on there, Bouncy,
Yeah.
and I saw you weren't like drafted top two, so I was like, why? So you didn't play, eh? You had been gone from the
No.
family.
Yeah. So well, the thing was, I was still in Germany, so yeah, I would have. I mean, I can't remember the timeline exactly, but I'm not sure if I'd have even made it back. Like
Oh, okay.
maybe for the last week or so, so I couldn't go into the draft. I mean, there was the option. Obviously, I could have told the team in Germany I was going home, but then it was kind of the same situation, right? You were kind of stuck up in Nottingham.
And
It
they've
wasn't
taken
like
a
I would have been.
chance on you, right? Like
Yeah,
they've
yeah, no,
signed you
exactly,
as an
yeah,
import
yeah,
in during
yeah,
a pandemic, and they could have signed
no,
anybody, right?
definitely, yeah, yeah. So I wanted to obviously to stay there for them, and then also as I say, if I would have come back, it's not like we were playing out of Cardiff and I would have been living at home. It would have been pretty much staying up in Nottingham, so I was away anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Moving on then. So where and what are you doing now? Are you in Dundee still? Where are you?
No, we're in Edinburgh, in next to the zoo there.
The same
So
hotel that I used to stay
yeah,
at, eh? By the zoo.
yeah. So
Those
we're using
monkeys are
that as the
loud, eh?
base. It's not been too bad. I'm actually on the side of the monkeys, but I haven't heard them this morning. But yeah, that's our base for the whole time. So
Who's
today
your
is
roommate these days?
uh, Josh Waller on this trip.
Oh,
Young
the
Josh
young
Waller.
punk that keeps
Yeah,
getting talked about on this pod that I've never met.
yeah,
The guy that skates around really
yeah.
fast.
He skates around really fast. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Trying to stay away from him in practice on
one
the
of
old
those young punks, eh?
drills. Yeah,
Um,
but yeah. So today is basically an off day, like a quick
did you say
workout for the
guys were
guys.
going golfing?
I'm not sure
Fair enough.
if they were going to do that. It was a thought. I think it's a nice thought, right? Like on a day off, but I think with the games on Friday, Sunday, it's like going into 5-4 is a tough game too. So
I
today was just a
For me,
quick
once hockey
workout.
season started, I was done golfing. I couldn't switch back and forth. When hockey season started, I put the clubs away. I couldn't switch.
I've never been able to do it.
No, I couldn't do it.
Time and patience, I think.
Oh, you're not a golfer. You seem
No.
patient.
Patient with a lot of things, but not something like golf. No.
No.
If I was good, maybe
You want
I
people
could.
shooting pucks at you and trying to block it instead,
Yeah,
eh? That's way
yeah,
more fun.
yeah. It's what. Yeah, I'll stick to that.
Okay. So then also you part of how we know each other. I guess we were just talking about roommates, but Dougie Clarkson was your hotel roommate. And I was with Joey Haddad, and we always kind of hung out there after games. I don't know, sometimes beers would get delivered to our room. I don't know how that happened. I didn't mean to, but I did. um, Anyways, you just played your 900th game. That's a lot of hockey games, eh, in the EIHL? Because you only play like 45 a year.
Yeah, I was. It does kind of add up pretty quick when you, like you say, guys always say, like in Europe, I mean, a long regular season in Europe is 52 games, 54 kind of thing. Whereas obviously in North America, playing 70, 80 regular season games. So yeah, it does kind of sneak up on you. But
Did they
I
do
wasn't
anything
aware.
for you? What do they give you? They give you like a stick or a jersey or anything?
No, well, I mean, there's
A
no
hug?
standard. There's no standard procedure, but Todd and the owners got together, and they got me a nice watch to
Ah,
celebrate the milestone, which was very nice, and something they didn't have to do. And they invited obviously Sarah and Grace down onto the ice at the start of the game, which I didn't know about. So that was a nice touch, and
he's
very
good at
classy
that,
of
isn't he? Yeah.
the organization. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it only seemed like yesterday it was 800. That was obviously only a couple of years ago. So
Well, you'll be at 1,000 in no time. Then it's like they talk about on Chicklets with all the guys spend big money on the guy's thousands game. I bet you'll get at least a free beer out of the deal, right? For sure, the boys will buy you a beer that night.
I hope so.
I'll buy you one. Anyways, moving on though is speaking of the Devils and all this and jerseys, is that jersey behind me, my last one I ever wore, is up for raffle right now at my new website, www.ailshockeytales.com, and you can buy raffle tickets. And the 50% of the money made will go to support mental health around Ontario with McFadden's movement. So buy a jersey, even if you don't like me, or a raffle ticket, I meant, because we're trying to raise money here. We're trying to get things going here. Right, Mark?
That sounds good, mate. Yeah, definitely. I'd definitely say to everyone to buy a raffle ticket and get,
And
a
we got
chance
more
for that
hats on
jersey
the
and a
way.
great cause. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I see
ordered
this
more
jacket.
hats.
I can just about see it on the video here.
Yeah, no, shout out to Dylan
Yeah.
Sale, a guy I work with. He got them to make me a jacket and hat. We're back to jacket weather now. That's when you know you're almost at your 1 year anniversary, is you're back in the shed with jackets again. We've done the whole calendar year here almost. End of January will be 1 year, but we got all the way to 100 episodes booked now, Mark.
Nice,
After
man. That's
you,
awesome.
Monday, Colin Shields, and then then my old man, and then Simsy will be 100 because he was the first one that made me legit and got other fans to start listening.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, you could see it when he came on. Like it was like Devils fans, and then he came on, and then all of a sudden he got me out there in the EIHL.
Simsy will do that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he made me legit. So thanks, Simsy. That's why you get episode 100, and we had a good chat. Okay, moving on then. So yeah, buy a raffle ticket, right? Mental health.
Oh yeah, everyone.
There you go. Growing up in Swindon, how'd you get into ice hockey? Did you grow up in Swindon?
Yeah. Grew up in Swindon. Pretty simple, really. My older brother was taken to a game by some neighbors when he was maybe 5 or 6, maybe a bit older, 6, 7, and he loved it. And
isn't it crazy in Great Britain though? Like hockey's so young still, and like you saw it with the Devils when I was there. Like they would invite people that had never seen hockey before, and as soon as they see it, they're hooked, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah. And as I say, like he went to one game, loved it. Next couple of weeks he was playing, and then
the younger brother gets involved. Yeah,
I'm playing. My sister's playing. My younger brother's playing too. So we were all playing, and that was it. Really, pretty much, it was home, school, home, then school, then pretty much living at the Link Centre, Swindon, for most of my younger years.
Is that the rink where Lordo got hit in the head with Carl's slap shot?
That is.
So that's the rink you grew up playing in?
Well, make sure you tell that story properly, though. I think it was Lordo was in front on the PP, and so Huddy was letting up. He was like, "Well, I don't want to hit him," and then
he was easing up on the clap bombs.
I think Lordo got mad at him and said, "Shoot the puck."
Might have been a couple swear words too. Yeah, and he told him to really shoot it.
Yeah, and Huddy was like, "Okay." And next thing you know, Lordo did this, puck to his head.
Yeah. Oh God! Right in the forehead, right?
Yeah. So just went through went through the juniors there in Swindon. We were very lucky. We actually had a Canadian coach, Mark Beggs, come over when I was maybe 12, 13, and we were kind of like one of the only clubs in the country to have, you know,
A real
he'd had like
coach.
junior A coaching experience, etc., just to kind of teach us the game more. So we were very lucky. And I think then when I was about 14, 15, started skating with the men's team, which was the Swindon Lynx at the time, and played a few games then. And then the year
When
after
you're
that,
14, you're playing with men.
yeah, practice it. Well, mostly practicing 14 and then playing about 15. And then I think when I was 15, 16, I played that most of that season with the men's team.
When did you switch from forward to D?
Oh, that was a bit later. I was
See, research team's hot, big guy.
I must have been 20, 21, 22. That was
serious. You were a forward till then.
Yeah. That was
when you started pro. You were a forward.
Yeah. For my
Who
2 years
switched you?
Corey Nelson,
the big D man.
Yeah, so it was a kind of a funny situation.
When he coached you in Nottingham, that's when you switched.
Yeah. So I was in Cardiff for 2 years, and I played a year forward in Nottingham. And then it was a tough year, like, you know, some injuries and
you playing center?
You know, yeah, some personal stuff. So I was like, I got to a point at the end of that season. I think I had another year left on my contract in Nottingham. I was like, it was probably the one time in my whole career I've been like, I don't even know if I want to play hockey right now. You know, you just like, it was tough. So a good friend of mine, Ryan Aldridge, was the coach in Basingstoke. And at the time, Basingstoke were in the Elite League. So I talked to him and he was like, you know, come play for me. Just come, like, have fun, no pressure, like, you know, kind of get the love for the game back. So I ended up going there. And long story short, it was good fun for about a month. And then the owner kind of disappeared and we weren't getting paid. So I was left with a choice. You know,
this is in Basingstoke?
Yeah, this is in Basingstoke. So I was left with a choice. They got taken over by Planet Ice and I could stay here and get paid, but I think they ended up with maybe 12 guys on the team and they weren't practicing much. And I was like, I'm only 21 here. Like, you know, if I want to have a career, I need to look at this. So then a friend of mine, Danny Myers, spoke to me and he's like, oh, well, I've told Corey Nilsson, you know, you've played D before. So, you know, come in. He said, come in, play D for a few weeks. And then I think we maybe get rid of an import forward, bring in an import D, and you can go back to forward. So I was like, yep, sure, I'll give it a try. Went there.
And then they saw you play D and the rest was history. You started eating pucks, breaking feet and faces.
had no idea what I was doing back there, but
you're eating pucks.
just getting in the way. So it worked out, yeah. And then I think I played one weekend, and then the national team were off to Olympic qualifiers, and
so you hadn't been really making
also.
GB or anything as a forward, and then you.
Well, yeah, I was for a few years, and then
you didn't for a year, right?
Coach, you know, didn't pick me, and then I moved to D, and I'm back in there, and just ended up staying there from then on.
Shout out to Corey Nielsen for switching you to D. Thank you. I appreciate it because you helped me win a trophy, and it was because you're on D. I don't know. I don't see you'd be what, a fourth line center. Like, is that fun? Not really. Is it? You know? Are you frozen? You just froze on me.